First time I heard Kronos perform was at Lincoln Center, I think at Alice Tully Hall. And the program included, it was actually a series of performances that I went to, and Different Trains was on the series, a piece by Steve Mackey. I remember the sort of extraordinary experience of walking into a hall that I thought I knew very well, and an experience that I thought I had pretty well mapped, and seeing interesting lighting and interesting clothing and interesting setup on the stage, and how a space, again, that I knew very well as a formal space for music had been transformed in every way. And the performance was striking for me because I'd never heard a string quartet play exactly this way, with enhanced sound, with a collaborator on electric guitar, with other sounds brought into the mix. And so it's completely reasonable to say that it completely changed the way I thought about what a string quartet could do, the way it could inhabit a space, and the way it could command the curiosity and the focus of an audience. It was a very profound experience for me. You know, with Kronos Quartet, I think it's a perfect example of my sort of perpetual reminder, which is that it makes good sense to follow the art and the artists involved, and that in doing so, the smartest and most talented creative people lead you to new places that you probably wouldn't have charted yourself otherwise. And I think that's been very true of Kronos. What I realize over a period of 25 years of hearing the quartet and discovering new voices, new sonorities, new cultures through the Kronos lens, is that my ears and my thinking have been opened up in extraordinary ways. The fact that Kronos has championed so many emerging composers and emergent art forms, how puppetry has been involved, how pipa has been involved, and vocalizations from ensembles of artists who are rarely heard, but for the relationship with Kronos, that has completely expanded the way I think about the capacities of an ensemble and an audience to be exposed and moved. In terms of the lasting influence at Kronos' 40th anniversary, I would say the sheer magnitude and scope of the work that Kronos has commissioned and basically created a business model based upon. That the focus has been, and the optimism around new work has been so single-minded and so profound and so inclusive and expansive. It's new work that doesn't have to be woven in to a standard repertoire program. It can just exist in its own context, which is appropriate and striking and so lush with possibility